we finally get to see what this woman looks like. Well, in action, and not just pose. 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 Action. Now I get to actually critique and see what she can bring to the table. Alright, y'all, so they just released a Wonder Woman first footage peek. I'm about to check this out. Hopefully I like what I see. I doubt they'll show her talking. They keep straying away from her talking. But let's see. Let me move. I got all that shit in the camera. That's okay. Y'all like seeing my face, right? Here we go.
Wonder Woman's like one of the greatest superheroes out there, but people don't know her origin like they know Superman's origin and Batman's origin. And so what we want to do in the film is really
Kevin Smith.
who she is, where she comes from, and why she does what she does. And we've never seen it on film before. She comes from a Greek mythology. She was born on this island of
Very
Amazon,
Thor-like.
We're gonna see her coming of age, the entire history, what's her mission.
She looks so skinny.
And these Amazons were once created to protect man's world,
Let's wait.
but they since abandoned it. And Diana is asking constantly, why don't we go do what we were created to do and protect man?
And they say because they're not worth it. And this takes her on a journey into our world.
Telling a story like this now is pivotal.
Not Green Lantern.
The story of a very powerful
Never approached.
woman.
She's an Amazon warrior. She's the best fighter in the DC universe. She has strength and speed, and she's been training her whole life for war.
It's not Wonder Woman without an ass shot.
Wonder Woman has been around for 75 years. Feminist cultural icon.
She stands for equality, and that's really important. I think that's why people love the character.
The greatest thing about Wonder Woman is how good and kind and loving she is, yet none of that negates any of her power.
Well, that was a cut. Not bad. Not bad. I will say that. At first, she looked a little bony. But for the action shots, she looked pretty cool. The way that Patty Jenkins, is kind of going for it, the overall looks cool. Of course, I have to see dialogue. I have to see how she interacts, how she actually plays and approaches the character. I know people will be happy to see this because it gives us a little bit more, but as like an overall, I don't know how people will react to it because it's not really giving much. It's just cool action shots, which is fine. But that doesn't really say what she brings to the character as far as acting and vocalizing, because she has an accent. And her accent, her English isn't I'm sure she went through like a dialogue coach, because in the Fast movie she was very broken. But it looks interesting. Chris Pine looks cool. Not really gonna say about him. It sucks he's not Green Lantern. Would have been interesting. Not my first pick, but interesting if they were to go that route. But the story looks very good and interesting how they're approaching it. Very Man of Steel-esque. Really trying to approach her story that, have us get to know who Wonder Woman is. Like he said, we rarely know. So it's interesting. I'm very interested to see how they take and handle this, in a sense. So I just wish they gave her a little bit more meat on her bones. That's the only thing I have to say. But she got the fierce look down for what I've seen. She got the beauty, obviously. But she got the chops to bring the most iconic female superhero to life. We'll just have to wait and see. Join me in the road to 20,000 subscribers. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter along with the rest of my social media posted in the description box below. It's night. I'll see y'all later.